We are good to go for Prizm No Huddle, break number 449. Thanks to everybody that has already joined us and is here to spend some of their Saturday guessing with both BreakTraders and the TV on. Break 449, we are off and running. No Huddle, let's start it off right. We've had a lot of No Huddle success, which is why we keep bringing it back. Some big hits. Black and whites historically have just been ridiculous. All right, let's start things off here. Julian Edelman, McCole Hardman, Kenny Clark, a red Andre Johnson out of 50. And that is a hit right out of the gate for Jake, who picked up Houston, no doubt, on the cheap. Andre Johnson out of 50 and a Julian Aquara base. Aquara headed out to, we'll get the featured cards going with that Andre Johnson. And Aquara is headed out to Georgina. Loaded up on the pack cam. Kenny Stills, Bryce Love, Patrick Peterson, a Fireworks Disco Nick Chubb, and a Donovan Peoples-Jones base. That is going to Zachary. Got another Zachary in here. I wonder what our top names are for the BT community. Zach, there's a lot of Zachs. I will say that. All of the breaks and their times are right below my hideous mug. Joe Namath, Keelan Doss, a Hype Disco Kyler Murray, a Lockdown Disco Gilmore, and a Jalen Reagor base. That Reagor is going out to Rich.
Really excited to see what Reagor pulls in his second year here with Hurts as the unquestioned starter.
You know, I would say I see it as unquestioned as well, but I've heard some little rumors going around about some interest in Houston's currently troubled quarterback. Leonard Fournette, Eddie Jackson, Matt Ryan, blue Aaron Jones out of 79, and a Jeff Gladney base. That Aaron Jones is going to Gabriel. And Jeff Gladney, Minnesota, and Brandon. Yeah, what do you think about that, Satay? What do you think about? Let's not talk about the complexities of Deshaun Watson. Well, so we can save that for another time. But what's going to happen? Where's he going to go? Is he going to go?
I don't think he's going to go anywhere until this current situation is resolved. I don't think any team's willing to take a flyer. I think there's 12 accusations now. Like, how do you trade for a player with that?
It is no doubt concerning. No doubt about that.
And that's why they paid $12 million for Tyrod.
Right. Dan Marino, Blake Jarwin, Marshawn Lattimore, a Disco Anthony Miller for the Bears, and for Michael. And a Pirine base for Andrew. Brett is really sour on the Eagles and Hurts. I've heard this repeatedly. Brett is not on the Hurts train. You feel differently about that, Satay. David Johnson, Brian Dawkins, a Disco Brilliance Damian Williams, a Disco All-Out Dak Prescott, and a KJ Hamler base. Denver is Michael as well.
Yeah, I definitely do feel differently about that. I think he's going to be one of the few Alabama quarterbacks that does well in the league. I predict Hurts is a better quarterback than Tua in 5 years.
Are you referencing AJ McCarron?
I mean he is not
he's up here at the top of the list, right? Quinnen Williams, Tyrell Williams, we got a pink. Darnell Savage, we got a pink out of 15. It's a rookie. And it is C.J. Henderson, a beautiful hit for Steve. Steve getting the pink C.J. Henderson and a Ruggs base after that, going to Michael. Nice hit there with the C.J. Henderson pink out of 15. Always good to see an RC, no matter what it is, when you get, well, save a few players, but no matter what it is over, a run-of-the-mill veteran. Darius Leonard, Akeem Hicks, Kenyon Drake, and Emergent Disco, Jerry Jeudy, another Denver hit for Michael, and then a Willie Gay Jr. base for Kansas City and Rob.
Every time we're pulling cards from this past year, I'm always amazed at the receiver class of 2020. And the fact that 2021 is going to be even better is just absolutely insane.
Well, they'll have to go out and prove it. But, yeah, the influx of receivers in the league right now is hey, it just makes the league better, right? These dynamic receivers only make the game more exciting. So it's nice to see that kind of talent consistently coming out right now. AJ Green, Michael Gallup, Julio Jones, we got points, which means we are not going to have an auto in this one. 900 points. We will randomize those at the end. Thaddeus Moss at the end for Cortez. No auto in this one. Lamar Jackson, Charles Woodson, TJ Hawkinson, a blue Kalen Ballage, and a Van Jefferson base. That Ballage is going for Miami on this one. It's going out to John. Van Jefferson going to Rob. Dede Westbrook, Jim McMahon, Zadarius Smith, a Disco Unstoppable Shaquille Barrett, and a Nate Stanley base. Minnesota and Brandon. Rolling through 449 right now. Still got our black and white coming. Sam Hubbard, DeMarcus Lawrence, Byron Murphy, a Disco Devin White for Tampa Bay and Justin, and a DeAndre Swift base for Detroit and Georgina. Not a bad start with some of these rookies here. Hopefully we get hot in the final stretch. We've got about 6 packs to go. Brandon Cooks, Cortland Sutton, Calvin Ridley, a purple. This one's going to be out of 35. It is an RC. And it is Jerry Jeudy. Big hit for the Boom Booms. Jerry Jeudy in the 3rd Broncos card for Michael. And a big one this time. Jeudy out of 35. Couple nice Judys. Jerry Jeudy. And an Okwebunam as well, which is another Bronco. Nice Denver break for MP. Jordan Jenkins, Hunter Renfrow, Deebo Samuel. Is this our black and white? No, it is a John Brown and a Brian Edwards base. John Brown Disco for Jason. No longer a Bill.
Yeah, sad to see John Brown go, but excited for what Emmanuel Sanders will bring to the team. Especially after he reversed his stance on blue cheese versus ranch and came over to the good side on that.
Well, that's how it's got to be in Buffalo, right? I can't have ranch with my wings. It's just not acceptable.
No, not at all.
Not acceptable. Kenny Moore, Khalil Mack, Brian Burns, an RC, AJ Terrell Disco, and a Julian Blackmon base. AJ Terrell going to Cortez. And the Blackmon is going to Michael. Tyler Boyd, Amari Cooper, KJ Wright, a blue Tyreek Hill. Blue Hill Disco for KC for Rob out of 79. And our final card is a Zach Bond RC for the Saints and for Cortez. 2 more packs to go, and our black and white is in here somewhere. And then we will randomize the 900 points. Somebody's going to get those added to their shipment. Tremaine Edmonds, Rashawn Evans, Tom Brizzle, 2 Tom Brady's. A Tom Brady base and a Tom Brady Brilliance Disco. Both of those going out to Justin. And a Michael Warren base for Philly and for Rich. One more pack to go. What is our black and white going to be? Joe Thomas, Dalvin Tomlinson, an emergent Allaire, and KC gets a little hot at the end here. And our black and white. T. Higgins. T-Bone Higgins for David. Beautiful. And a Jermichael Hasty base, and as always, we mag the black and white. Beautiful T. Higgins right there. And we will run this down, and then we will randomize those 9 hundos. Actually, let's randomize those 9 hundos first. We'll load these up. We'll roll it. See who ends up with them. Roll time. 2. Only 2 times for the 9 hundo. Here we go. 1 and 2, and it is going to Rich. Rich, who had the Eagles, takes the 900 points. Congratulations to Rich.
So we had our first cancellation tonight in the tournament with the VCU Oregon, and Oregon having to move on. Are you expecting to see more of those coming forward, Zach, or do you think the bubble's going to work?
You know, I was thinking today how it hadn't happened yet. And, you know, obviously they've been there. We're just starting the games, but they've been there for a bit. It's just a shame. It's a shame that those kids don't get to play. It's hard on, the school. It's hard on the fans, the alumni. It's just an unfortunate situation, but I feel like it was bound to happen.
Yeah, and I think it kind of seems like whatever team has any COVID cases is the team that has to forfeit the game.
That's right. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter about seeding.
Which is sensible, but It's just brutal. Either way, it's just brutal. All right. Tom Brady, Disco Brilliance. AJ Terrell, Disco RC. Brian Edwards, base. DeAndre Swift, base. Devin White, Disco. Van Jefferson, base. Kalen Ballage, blue out of 79. Henry Ruggs, base. KJ Hamler, base. P. Ryan, base. Anthony Miller, Disco. Rager, base. Kyler Murray, Hype, Disco. Julian Aquara, base. And a Donovan Peoples-Jones, base. And our bigger hits. What do we got? We had some good stuff out of that one. Edwards, Allaire, Emergent Disco. Tyreek Hill, blue Disco out of 79. Andre Johnson, red out of 50. Aaron Jones, blue out of 79. Jerry Jeudy, Emergent Disco. And Jerry Jeudy, purple out of 35. Big hit there with the purple on the Jeudy. CJ Henderson, pink out of 15. And the T. Higgins, black and white.